Hey, are you playing SimAirport and wondering how to set up the electrical PA system, maintenance schedule, or a fuel network? Stick around and find out next. It's not like there's not dumpster garbage bins right here. Oh, it has an A320 in the morning. We will accept that. Let's go ahead and start dropping these in here. So aero time, it's going to be 0600, gate A1. Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for another episode of SimAirport in Early Access. And we're on the Edge server for the 5th tutorial of the build that's going on now in testing as of late February 2018. So we've covered the multi-level terminal aspects of things, shown you how to set up multiple levels on terminal and build. We've got a moving walkway in here now. I don't know if I covered that last time, but that was pretty cool stuff. That's being run through the ringer. We've got our baggage system. We covered that and how to work that up with the depot hubs and hooking in your ticketing and your carousels there so everything ties together and operates nicely. So this episode, we're going to cover 3 little ancillary things I hadn't messed with before. And maybe you don't know how to do them. So I thought, hey, what are you going to talk about, A-Train? Well, why don't I talk about some stuff that I've learned over the last few days? And that's going to be setting up a PA system, setting up a maintenance schedule, and setting up a fuel network so you can start fueling planes. So to get started, excuse me. So to get started, let's maybe talk about the easiest thing, and that's the setting up a PA system. All right, so you go under Build, under Objects. You scroll down here, and you come to a PA amplifier HD, PA speaker two-way. All right, those 4 things. All right, so those are what are involved in the PA system. The PA system provides announcements, boarding calls, and last-minute information. Helps prevent missed flights, though may annoy PAX a bit too. This is there's a single direction, a directional cone speaker. And then there's a PA, there's a two-way speaker. All right. So I've put several of these around in the terminal here. So let's see what we've done. We've got a single one up here by ticketing. We've got a 2-directional one here, two-way. We got a two-way here by gate A1. We've got a two-way here by gate A2. All right. Now, when you place these, you'll get a little indication that says it basically wants you to connect it to something. All right, so let me throw one in. Let's say, let's put a two-way. That kind of, oh, well, I've got one there. Let's see, what would be a good place to put this? Let's just put it down here. All right, kind of by baggage claim, kind of in this general area. All right, so we'll place that there. So let's get that built real quick and I'll show you what happens. Now, to do the PA system, you've got to create a room, designate and zone it for electrical. It's got to be a 4x4 room. That's a requirement. All right. Electrical zone requires 4x4. Okay. And you can have more than one electrical zone. Okay. All right. We've put our new speaker in now. Here in a second or two, once the game realizes, hey, this thing ain't hooked up. There it goes. All right. See, now it's got a little master idiot alert on it. It must be assigned to a PA amplifier. Okay, so in your electrical room, you place a PA amplifier. You got 2 options. You got the regular one, and you got the HD one. Now, the regular one only will handle 4 gates or 4 speakers. All right. So how does that work, A-Train? What does it mean, 4 gates, 4 speakers? Well, you connect the amplifier to the gate. All right. So I'm going to click on this now. See how it says connect to? All right. So I've got the HD amplifier because I've got more than 4 speakers going, or I'm about to. I currently have 4. Now I'm about to have more than 4, right? But it says connect to, all right? So it allows you to, oops, hit the play button there. It allows you to hook up to gates and 2 speakers, okay? So you connect speakers to it. So you can either assign from the PA amplifier to the speaker, or from the speaker to the amplifier. Okay? So that's what you do. You just click on it, you'll see the little yellow idiot alert. Hey, do something here. Boom, connected. All right, so we'll close that. Now we'll click on the amplifier. Let's give it a second to recognize. All right, it's recognized. So now, see, we've connected it. So you see connections from this HD amplifier to now 5 speakers about the terminal, and it's connected to these gates. So that when you start building multiple gates, you're going to need multiple amplifiers, because I mean, really, you probably don't need speakers all over the place. I mean, it kind of makes sense if it's just for making announcements in the gate area. I'm probably doing this wrong by having them out here, but I figured since, you know, there's only 2 gates in this airport, people out here might need to know what's going on. And I kind of think of it as you hear the overhead announcements, right? So this is something maybe the devs can look into, because if you think about it, we're looking at things 2-dimensionally, and now we've got multiple levels of the terminal, right? So if I go up to the 2nd level, I'm effectively seeing the ceiling or the roof line of the 1st level. But maybe it'd be cool to be able to see through that and see the electrical connections and the speakers and where the TVs hook up. You know, because there's all kinds of information that passes through an airport. You have Wi-Fi hotspots, things like that. So you could look through to the ceiling level, you know, on the ground floor, and you would see the speaker there instead of standing here, right? Or maybe you could have flight info displays hanging from the ceiling instead of standing on the floor. Then they're not taking up floor space, right? You could have TVs, like a 2-way TV here, so people this side can see it, people on this side can see it. Or maybe a 1-way TV here, so people here, here, and here could see it, and maybe there's one over here, and these folks facing this way could see it. So it's just a thought for future development on the game. I think it'd be pretty cool, because, I mean, maybe they do have them on stands in different places. Maybe this was the easy way to do it. I don't know. But I think that'd be kind of cool. Most of the time, it seems at the airports I'm used to, the speakers are built into the ceiling. So, you know, whatever. Plus, they give you a chance to develop your ceiling, like with skylights or, you know, roofs and various things. There's all kinds of places that could go. It get interesting, but I digress. All right, so PA amplifier can hook up 4 gates and 4 speakers. All right, so this airport really, like I said, the PA amplifier would probably be sufficient, and you'd hook up gate A1, gate A2. That's 2 of the 4 gates.
I'm Captain Obvious.
And 4 speakers would have, you know, it would have taken care of it. We could have added out to A3 and A4, boom, 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 all done. But I went with the HD amplifier because I wanted to do this. I wanted to check it out. All right, now, you don't have to do anything else. That's it. Boom, it's connected. That's it. You don't have to run wiring or whatever. I mean, there's utilities, and you show wires. All it does is show those connections. All right. Okay, that works. Whatever. All right, so one more thing about this this topic, PA amplifiers, PA systems. Now, like information, they have a heat map, okay? Requires a CTO with an office. Do I not? I thought I freaking built... I have a CTO in an office. Oh, don't be stupid.
Don't call me stupid.
Yeah, it works. Never mind. I have a freaking CTO. He's right up there. All right. So if you look at the info heat map, it's the same color, right? So wherever you put an information display, it creates a bubble around them. And if you put 2 of them in close proximity, like up here or like here, it creates a brighter bubble. And that affects your PAC's information needs when they're within that bubble, all right? So you can look at your satisfaction or look at your PAC's needs, whatever. And, you know, that number will decrease or increase maybe to satisfaction when they're inside that bubble. So you can do this with PA speakers. So you can kind of see the cone of influence, what it does. So that's a 2-way, so 2-way, 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 and 1-way. All right, so a 2-way, a 1-way is going to be kind of like this. It's just going to have a cone going in one direction, all right, as opposed to the 2-way. I think the 2-way is better. Let's see. There's a price difference, I'm sure. Let's take a quick look here. That's $2,000. That's $3,800. So you're getting a little bit cheaper to put a 2-way in cost per coverage. You're getting double the coverage for slightly less than double the cost. All right. So that's the PA system. Now, maintenance. All right, to get the maintenance stuff unlocked. Now, You can manually handle maintenance. You just have to build a maintenance room. It's got to be enclosed. So you see my electrical room, it's behind a door, but it's behind a staff door. All right, so I've created this little area down here. These are my new non-secure restrooms that are out here. Secure restrooms are over here. Everything's kind of moved down to the south wall of the terminal. So PACs can come in and use the restrooms when they come out through the secure area, but then staff go through the staff door and they can access the maintenance room. Your maintenance section, you can only have one. It's got to be a 5x5 room, all right, as opposed to electrical, which is 4x4. So 5x5, and then you go into objects, and you get a toolbox locker, which is $1,000. Contains 3 standard toolboxes. Now, you only need one. I've got 3. Why? Because I'm special. I don't know. Looks kind of cool. Little red handled toolbox there, red hinges, cheap plastic stuff, whatever. And it's kind of like when I was in the Air Force. We'd go into the tool shop and check out a box. And you had to check it out, make sure the inventory, all the tools was there before you took it out onto the flight line or into the hangar. And when you brought it back, it got re-inventoried to make sure you had all your tools. Because if something was missing, shut everything down, and we went on a FOD walk and went to seek out stuff, to make sure it wasn't going to be in a place where it was going to break something. So, got a maintenance section. Now, your workers over here in the delivery section, they're chilling. They come and perform maintenance duties. So now, if you look over things like toilet stalls, you'll see there's a maintenance condition. All right, sinks don't have them. Toilet stalls and urinals have them. Okay. Phone charger stations have them, and these degrade quick. All right, these need maintenance like every 2 days. It's ridiculous how quickly they go down. All right, so toilets, urinals, phone charger stations, and then baggage scanners. They have maintenance conditions. Okay, and then your gates have them, and your runways have them. All right, so. That's stuff to know. What do people go work on? There's like, they really could work on anything.
20 minutes later.
Anyway, all right. So if you don't have the maintenance schedule set up, this stuff still degrades. All right. But what you just do is you click on it and you click repair now. All right. Now watch. A dude will take off, run in, pick up a dude or a chick, whoever. Go a little faster there. They'll go pick up a toolbox, all right? They check out the toolbox, and they're going to run over here. Funny how they accelerate. It's different places and times. And then they walk right through the coffee kiosk. And now they're going to repair it. Boom. It's 100%. Sweet. All right, so that's how they repair stuff. Cool. See, what was it? This one? No, it was this one. So let's tell them to repair this one. Now, so you can manually control all this stuff, but it's annoying. All right, it's a lot of micromanagement that you may not want to deal with. So then what you're left with is having to do research. And you've got to have your COO, and then you've got to research operations too. Once you want to research operations too, then you can come into operations control panel. And you go to the maintenance tab. Boink, and this is what it looks like, okay? So the maintenance start time and duration is typically midnight to 0400.
What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
That's how it starts. Now you can set it for whatever, but the key is if that's during operational hours, that stuff gets taken out of service. So you see here, maintenance is allowed only during the daily maintenance window specified above. Right? Objects that are below their maintenance threshold will be repaired. While undergoing repair, objects are temporarily out of service for use. Regular maintenance is most cost effective, but hinders airport operations. Well, not if you set it up correctly. Now. So the way to set this up correctly is I don't have any planes coming in from midnight to 0500. So I'm going to set the window to 5 hours. That's plenty of time. I got like 10 people, right? 10? I got 10 workers, all right? So that's plenty. They'll get busy. And that's why I have 3 toolboxes, because then 9 of them can be doing the work, all right? That gets your stuff done quicker. Now, here you can set the percentage for the repair threshold. So once the object drops below this threshold, it will get repaired, but not until this next maintenance window, okay?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
So, if you set this really low, like 10%, and say you're not paying attention and your runway becomes, hits 10% at 8 o'clock in the morning, your first planes are coming in and stuff, it's probably going to degrade more through the course. I mean, you're kind of screwed. All right. So for critical things, mission critical, all right, toilets and urinals are not mission critical. I'm just saying, they're not. So you may set them at 30%. You know, it just depends on where you want it. I like how the color changes. The more you further up you go, boom, you know, to 90%. So I mean, you could say it at 15, 20%. 20% I think is good, right? Bag scanners, those are important all the time, and you've got to keep people flowing through security. So we'll push that up to like 40%. All right. They do not degrade that quickly, but you want those paid attention to, so that by the time the next maintenance window rolls around, midnight to 0500, the bag scanners get taken care of. Now, not all of them are going to crap out at once, and you could always click on one and say repair now. And no matter what time of day or night it is, a worker will go repair it at that time. It takes it out of commission, but when it comes to something like this, it's not as important. Okay? The runway, that's important. Bag scanners, as long as you've got a bunch of them, then you're okay. You know, you got something to fall back on. All right, so the runway, we're going to put up to like 50%. And it takes time for that to degrade. I'm going to say the same thing for aircraft gates. So that means at the next maintenance window, if it's below 50%, it'll get, 50% or below, it will get fixed. All right, and that's what's important. You need to get it fixed during the maintenance window, so you need to have enough wiggle room here. So if something degrades quickly, like phone charging stations, those things, I set up here like, I think 60, 70%. And it seems stupid, but they freaking go, I mean, they break every day. All right. Look here. This is 88.68%. Let's run this forward just a little bit here. 88.38. 88.10. See, these get used all day long. We're down to 80. So we're already down 1%. All right. 86. We're already down 2%. Okay. So this one we even repaired, and it's down, almost 2. Well, now it's down 2%. Or it's about to be. There it is, 2%. Okay. So that's how you handle your maintenance thing. All right. So make sure you go in here and set that schedule up for how often you want your workers to go out and repair that stuff. They might as well earn their money. And it doesn't cost you anything, I don't think, to go fix stuff. But if it does, well, you got toolboxes and people standing around, so make them work. All right, so there's maintenance. Now, finally, there's the fuel system. All right, so this is something I had not messed with, and so now it's time to mess with it. Nuts. So, what I'm going to do is look to set things up for it, and then we're going to run forward and get ready for it. Okay, so I'll tell you this. Let's go to utilities, because that's where stuff is. I don't see much purpose of this small fuel tank. All right, unless you're just on a crunch for money. It only holds 172,000 liters of fuel. All right, the large fuel tank holds 1,000,000 liters. Now it's 5 times more expensive, right? But it holds more than 5 times the amount. And though you probably won't buy 1,000,000 liters worth of fuel at once, that way you don't have to worry about refueling it every day. This thing, once you start getting aircraft in and they start using it on a regular basis, I've seen this. A 707 will eat up a big chunk of that. Just one plane will eat up a big chunk of that fuel reserve. And it only comes once a day, like at 11 p.m. is when the fuel truck comes to replenish it. All right, so that's important. All right, so let's go with 93.5. All right, and then you got to have a fuel depot, which is 15 grand. So that's 108.5. So $109,000. Then you got to have fuel pipes. Okay. Now, how do you set all this stuff up, A-Train? Good question. So here's how we do it. I kind of changed my delivery location here, and we're going to set up some roads. All right. Actually, first I'm going to get some money. Be prepared with a couple $100,000 plus. All right, so here's what we need. we need fuel depot so that we can receive fuel deliveries, a fuel tank to store the fuel in, all right? And then you need a fuel truck over here at the hangar. Add fuel truck. It's $5,000. Okay. We'll need one of those. Now, we've got the large fuel tank that's not connected to a fuel pipeline network. So here's fuel pipe. Click on this. Now it's showing underground. Now see here? This is kind of like the baggage deal. All right. So you got to connect this over to this. Boom. So what we can do now is we can start receiving deliveries of fuel. All right. Even though we can't deliver to the aircraft yet, I don't believe we can start delivering to the aircraft yet. All right. That could be incorrect. But what we're going to do now is we're going to buy some fuel. All right. So now we got to go back to the ground level. What I've got here, and there's an option for this. And why is it saying this? Oh yeah, because I can't. It's got to be adjacent to a road. So we're not going to be able to do anything until after the last aircraft's gone. So we're gonna blast through stuff while I explain. All right, watch here. See this? This is the fuel exchange. All right, and that price is getting really cheap. Anything under $1, I think, is cheap. Anything down in the 67 to 70 cents range, I haven't seen it go below 60 cents. We're watching it right now. It's going down and down. Oh, wait. Oh, it just started going back up. So we're going to pause right there. All right. We can put in for an order, I believe. We don't have to actually take delivery yet because it won't take delivery until tonight. Okay? Now, so it's saying right here, fuel market prices at a glance. You can optionally disable this top HUD panel from the fuel area of the ops control panel. Current reserves 0 liters, capacity 1 million liters. Current reserves 0, storage fees per day 0. Tomorrow's estimated demand. If prices stay the same, about 0% of 17 flights will request fuel. This will require 0, well, duh. Okay, so let's fix this because we haven't opened the fuel service yet. All right, resale status not active. All right, so here's your fuel exchange. Now there's a couple of things to this. Here's the current price, which we see up here in the HUD. All right. And the green arrow actually, well, it's kind of trending upward. Current reserves, we have nothing. Delivery time is at 11 p.m. Okay, 2300. Now, what you have to do to activate this, because it says not active, all right, is we'll have to either track the market or go on fixed cost. All right. Now, tracking the market will give you the option to set a price point above or below the fluctuating market price. All right, this is 15%, right, above market price. All right, so we can, I mean, that's the standard, and we can go plus 5%, you can go plus 10, plus 15%, or you can go minus 15%. Okay, but this is basically at market value. So you're going to want to set this at like plus 5 to plus 10%, and I think I've done it at like 8%, and you guys may have done it differently and made more money, and that's fine. I'm pretty conservative in how I do my pricing stuff. Okay, so there's that. Now, here we go. If prices stay the same, about 3 of 17 flights will request fuel. This will require approximately 31,000 to 106,000 liters of fuel. Now, do you see why I said don't get the 172,000? 3 of 17 flights, almost 4, at 106,000. It means you'll have to get fuel every day to refuel that thing. And if this ain't at 71, it may be at $1.50. It may be double this or more. All right. So it's easier to make money if you're smart. You have plenty of storage. You don't have to buy 1 million liters up front. Okay. That's the cool thing. So what we're going to do is go in here and we're going to make, we're going to borrow some more money. All right. And that's, if your airport's making money, borrowing money to buy fuel, I think is a good idea because you can pay it off pretty quick. And you're not going to be paying, a whole lot of extra interest or whatever on that loan. So, now to buy fuel, you go over here and you say, well, how much do I want? Well, let's say I want 250,000. That's going to cost me $178,000. Well, you know what? For 178, I might as well get 500,000. Nope, can't get 500,000. That'd be 356. Okay, so let's try 300,000 liters of fuel. Now, that'll last you a couple days. All right, you saw based on the demand, 106,000, it'll take 3 days, right? All right. So it costs 213,000. Boom. Now here's where you turn that HUD on and off. See it just, boom, there it is. And there it goes. Now you see it. Now you don't. All right? So it's just one little thing up there. I think it's good because you want to keep an eye on it. So when the fuel gets cheap, and it seems to be like a 3-day cycle. All right? It seems what it'll do now is it'll start going up, 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 and it'll get up in the dollar something range, and then it'll skyrocket to $1.50 or way on up there, and then it'll come back down again. All right? So that's why you kind of got to plan this out if you want to play the market smart, and you can get fuel really cheap. Now, if you get it really cheap, I imagine if the gameplay is done correctly, you could do this number. Because the airlines are going to, I mean, it's based 71 cents a liter, plus 15%. Hey, they're still getting a bargain, right? But you making some quiche doing that way. All right? You know what I'm saying? Because you're selling at that much over market value. All right? Demand for refueling services will remain relatively stable, but profit margin will fluctuate. Again, based on the market value. All right, now, if you go to the fixed system, this is where it's currently at. And say we make it, well, I mean, you can make it up to $5 per liter, right? But like I said, it seems to fluctuate up and down, and it could be like up to like $1.70, $1.80 a liter. So what I might suggest trying is setting this $1.55, baby.
You're an imbecile.
All right, whatever. It's getting. I'm trying to go to an actual amount there. Fuel will be sold to airlines at a specific price regardless of the current market rate. Demand for refueling services will fluctuate accordingly, but profit margin will remain stable. Okay? And this, I think, becomes a factor of what we call dollar cost averaging. So you're buying fuel. It's like buying stock. You buy $100 of stock every month regardless of the prices. So you're going to get a little one month. You may get a lot the next month. And then you may get some in between the next month. All right? It fluctuates. All right? But in this case, you're going to have a pretty stable profit margin. So I may not be explaining that correctly at all. But what do you do?
My God, are you still talking?
All right, so now we have ordered fuel. Fuel's going to come in at 11 o'clock tonight. All right? So the trick then is going to be to get there and get this road network set up. So we may have to go jank on our final flight. Oh, so you know what? So here's what we're going to do. This is going to expedite this process. All right, so what we'll do is we're going to order 2 outdoor gates. All right, boom, boom. All right, now watch. Those will get delivered. Also, we're going to construction, road. We're going to put in boom, boom. And we're going to cancel these projects. Now, okay, now let's see how much. We got 18 in stock. All right, very good. So we got all kinds of stuff in stock. Now, so what we'll do here is we'll be tearing out the gates, which is going to compromise security. So we're not going to do that till right up at, like, right a little before 11 o'clock. And see how the price of fuel is skyrocketing? All right, that's how that works. And that plane, once it gets off the ground, then we'll be okay. Okay, now, I think it's gone. Yep, it's off the deck. All right, so now, so we're going to dismantle. What? Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. We're going to build roads. Now watch your directional arrows. Okay. Now, this should get built really quick. Now, go back to objects. And we're going to put in the outdoor gates. Okay. Hopefully, now, see, it recognizes that there's, and see, that should go secure. Another plane just came in to land. Everybody's tied up at security, which is going to botch everything up. They should get through pretty quick, though. All right, but we should get a fuel truck here in a minute. Oh, it's 2150. You know what? I was looking. I thought it was 23. What an idiot.
Silence! I kill you!
All right, well, that's sure. We'll get people through here, so we'll be okay. And this aircraft's late. That's okay. It left some people behind, but they'll be okay. They'll get over it. All right, this is late. So now we're going to get our fuel stuff taken care of. Okay, so now, the next step to this process, this is the big one right here. All right, see, it wants to refuel. All right, so here's the fuel truck, and he's loading up our tank. So you can see the amount going up, and you see the amount going down. Boom. Cool, huh? So now, fuel level, 300,000 liters. All right, so now what we need to do is connect it up if we want to do refueling ports. Okay, so now let me see here. Let me see. Wait, what am I looking for? Fuel expense 214,000. All right, so we didn't make any money off of fuel yesterday. All right, so that's fine. So now, once you have researched fuel ports, okay, fuel ports are under technology. So you got to research technology, hire a CTO, build them an office, make them comfy, get them some coffee, all that. Then you research fuel ports, okay. So what you do then is you go to a gate and you left click on it and you click upgrade. And over here you see fuel port. Boom. You click on that and you put it wherever. Now I'm going to put it over here because this is kind of where it seems like the single point refueling system is for your typical aircraft on this type of gate. Now I'm going to put it here. All right. So now here's the thing. I did this last night. I was goofing around and I kind of screwed the pooch on this gate A1 because this stuff's on sub level 1. All right. It's on the basement level. All right. So if we go over here to utilities, fuel pipes, we got to connect this. So like this up to here. All right. And then we go here. Boom. That'll be connected. All right. That'll get built. Now, last night I goofed up. I put the the refueling port, I'm about to say SPR, single point refueling, over here, right? But then that puts it on the other side of my baggage stuff. So then I had to reroute the baggage thing, okay? So don't do that. Make sure you put it on the correct side. Your gate A upgrades, invalid placement. Oh, wait. See, it's saying we could put, that's not going to work. Wait, whoops. Oh, now we can put, because I was on level 2, right? I'm not sure if that'll work or not. You can't rotate these, by the way. All right, so what I need to do here is I just need to see where we are with this. All right, so this is basically we're 3 tiles over from the start of the printing, right? So if we go up here, so 1, 2, 3. All right, we cannot build there. Really? 1, 2, 3. We cannot build there. Oh, jeez. Are you going to freaking show up? 1, 2, 3. I guess you're not going to show up.
Screw you, hippie!
All right, so we know we can't build past there. So then let's go back here. Let's see. BBD. All right, so we're going to go 2 over. I think this will be okay. So let's get this built. And now it's saying, see, it's giving me master idiot alert. So now we'll go back into utilities, fuel ports. I think we can make the connection. Boom. There. Good to go. That's going to get connected. And then those will all show up. And as we go back to the ground level, where it's doing stuff, you will see a red line. Was that underground? All right, see. Okay, see how the pipe's red? That means it's getting built. Or that's what's built. All right, the green means that's the constructed. There we go. So now they're going to finish this up here. All right. There, everything's connected. Now these should go out. There we go. Perfect. That means both our gates now have fuel ports. Now, the truck still comes out, which is kind of goofy because it doesn't seem like there'd be a reason for the truck to come out. But the truck comes out to take care of the aircraft. All right. And so let's take a look at the fuel exchange. See how it's $1.53 now? Crazy. Fuel services. All right. If prices stay the same, about 8 of the 17 flights will request fuel, between 67,000 and 227,000 liters. That's a lot of fuel, all right? And that's if we're doing it at this fixed price. Because right now the price is up. But we bought it for $1 for 71 cents per liter. We're making a bunch of money on it, regardless. Okay? So, refuel chance 85%. Refueling services $35,000.
Boom! Confetti!
For that one aircraft. Did you see that? 35,000. All right. These guys not much chance to refuel. Now, if you do, you'll see the fuel truck come out. But see, now we're down to 256,000 liters of fuel. If you have this million liter tank, the key, I think, is to not try to fill it up all at once. Fill it up in stages. So get a couple 100,000 here, a couple 100,000 there, depending on what you have money-wise available to spend. Okay. And we spent a bunch of money on the bank loans, so we can make a couple of $50,000 payments. All right. So let's see now if this aircraft's got a pretty good chance to request fuel. All right. And see, the price is going down for us to buy fuel again. And I guess they're not going to get fuel. Okay, that's fine. Other planes will. Other planes will get fuel. 23%. Oh, he's getting fuel. Now, here's something to look at. This is kind of goofy. Fuel not accessible. Really? Then how are you pumping it? Stupid. I mean, I don't know if you have to have like the fuel depot like right over here so that he could drive to it. Maybe that's the case. I haven't tried that yet, but maybe that's the case. All right. So you'd have this along a road, and then down that road is the fuel depot, and then the tanks are somewhere else. The pipelines are pretty cheap. So he's going to come over here, and let's watch and see. Actually, let's watch. So he's transferring fuel. So he's refueling another $3,000, $2,000, $37,000 worth of fuel. All right. So let's slap off another $50,000 on a loan. You see what I'm saying? Now we still have, 233,000 liters. All right. We used a bunch. These guys are 41%. I don't see a fuel truck coming though. Fuel truck seems to roll out pretty quick if an aircraft's going to get fuel. So you'll know pretty quickly. But you just hover over it and you'll see the refuel chance, and that will take care of you as far as, okay, is this aircraft getting fuel or not? Yeah, well, 22%. And doesn't look good. Doesn't look like they're getting fuel. That's okay. So now they're doing the baggage thing. I really wish they'd pull up closer. That'd be great. And here comes this aircraft. So a bunch of them should be getting fuel. This guy may be getting fuel. He may not. All right, but hopefully now you've gotten the idea of how that works, okay? The fuel truck will pull up, and basically that's your guys coming to hook in the hose from the ground port into the aircraft, okay? So I think they lied to us. So it's saying tomorrow about 7 flights. So that's okay. But you saw, oh wait, here comes fuel truck. All right, so here's refueling like 8,000 liters, and that was $11,000. All right. So again, there's another big chunk of money. We're making another $50,000 payment. We've paid down $200,000 in part because we're making so much money off of fuel. All right. And that's what you want. You want to make a bunch of money off of fuel, you can make a bunch of money off fuel. It ain't cheap to set up, and I'm highly recommending you go with the large fuel tank, but that's kind of how it works. Now, there's one other thing to it, because then you kind of have to monitor. Oh, okay, we got 233,000. Now we got 201,000. Okay, this guy just picked up a bunch of gas. Ooh, this is going to be a big one. $36,000. Nice. So we got a nice payoff out of that deal. See, we got another $82,000. So we're saving by. We may pay some interest. Oh, this guy's buying fuel. And there was another big refueling payoff there. Let's see what. That's fuel. Income, $135,000. All right. Nice. And we still got 2/3 of how much we started with. So That's how it works. Now, the one other thing I was going to mention that I didn't do. Okay, so instead of just monitoring, you can set a recurring order, which is liters per day at the market price. Now that's dollar cost averaging. Let me give you the correct explanation of dollar cost averaging. This is saying it doesn't matter what the price is, but, well, this is kind of the flip side of that, because you're going to buy X dollar amount no matter what the market value is. This is going to be liters per day regardless of the price. So you may buy 100,000 liters a day, okay, regardless of the price. Someday it may be $1.50, some days it may be $1, some days it may be 65 cents, all right? So your profit margin is going to fluctuate a little bit, I think, in that case, because you're going to get good deals some days and you're going to get not so good deals on other days, okay? But I kind of like to monitor it myself and try to get the best deals when this price is way down. That's the key to me. All right. So that is how you do a PA system. You set up your maintenance schedule. See how the guys just run through automatically and repaired everything? That's the maintenance schedule. All right. And how you set up and operate and run a fuel system, make lots of money for your airport. So
It's that simple.
let's go back to yesterday. Profit and loss. Day 38. Actually, let's go to day 37. Fuel. $214,000. Okay. Day 38. Fuel. $218,000.
Damn!
Okay. We've already broken even on our fuel, and we still have a little over half of what we bought. All right. So there's how you can make money, big time, on fuel. Costs money to set it up. And if you're smart and you manage it by watching the fuel exchange, then you can make a butt ton of money. Just be smart. And I think you can probably put in multiple fuel tanks. I just haven't tried that yet. Just hook them all together with pipes and roll tide roll. Okay, so hope you learned something from this video about PA systems, about maintenance schedules, and about the fuel system here on SimAirport. The Edge build. In late February 2018. Questions, comments, or constructive criticism are welcome in the comment section below. SimAirport, now available in early access. See link in the description below. If you like the video, please give us a like. Share with your friends. Let them know about SimAirport, now available in early access. And subscribe to the channel for more great content coming soon. We appreciate you coming by. Thank you for subscribing and liking the videos and your input, guys. Oh, and check in with your local airport code. Say hey from wherever you are.
Hey.
Appreciate you coming by. Have a great rest of your day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are on planet Earth or beyond. I'm A-Train. It's over. And I'm out.